Hello and welcome to the second video about our logic projects. This is Shake the Earth.
I actually really liked this one back in the day.
We're just going to play it and we'll talk about it afterwards. This is the project, and the only reason why this is the only file is because I didn't have the entire project anymore. We deleted it in shame like years ago.
Which is always a bad decision.
Never delete
Keep
things.
things.
Keep everything. And so I was able to rustle up the original recording, though, from an email that I sent Cameron 5 years ago.
Thank you.
So here we go.
Shake the earth from its feet. Come remove darker things. Shake the earth. Shake the earth from its feet. Come remove darker memories. Shake the earth. Shake the earth. Shake the earth. Time goes on, but I stay here. Will you wait for me? Wait right here. Shake the earth. Shake the earth from its feet. Come remove darker memories. Shake the earth. Shake
Shake the earth, ladies and gentlemen.
We pictured this song with this recording. This was one of the very first times that we ever imagined ourselves on a stage in front of 10,000 people.
Big vision. Huge vision. That the organ, everything.
I remember you telling me, you were like, the organ, man, when you come in with that organ, and then we got like the boom, ka, boom, boom, people are going to go crazy.
Yeah. It didn't translate the way that I thought it would, but, whatever.
The effort and the thought was there.
Yeah, some ideas are hits and some are misses, so.
But yeah, I mean, this was one of these were the two first songs that I was actually learning like what EQ was and reverb and compression and just trying to use all those different things, even though I used them terribly, if at all.
So for the few people that actually watch this that might be a lot like us, that want to know resources, how to get started, how to build your own studio if all you have is a bedroom and you're on a budget, what are some of the resources that you used? Because I remember back in the day, we had a conversation that we have since stopped following this rule, but I thought it was brilliant to divvy it up to where I would focus a lot on the songwriting and he would focus a lot on the studio space. And as a two-man team, we'd make it to 10,000 people. The only problem is we never shared our music with anyone, so that's a thing. But in all of your studio research, what'd you find?
So in terms of best resource for creating a studio and like what you need in terms of like the bare essentials for what you need to record your music, all the way up until the most absolute luxury items that you could have, one of the best resources that I found was a website called eHome Recording Studio, and we'll put it somewhere along there next to my hand. Wonderful website, wonderful dude who did the website in such a way that he literally addresses almost every issue or thought that you could have on what mic should I get, what DAW should I use, how do I record in a way that actually sounds somewhat coherent. And he can do it he helps you figure out how to do it on any budget that you have. And then in terms of actually learning the software, which, I mean, people dedicate their lives to becoming audio engineers, and there's always more to improve on and all that.
Which is such an epic thing to be able to say, I dedicated my life to this. I love it.
It's really cool, like getting the more you get to understand it and the more you get into the really like nitty gritty of it, and you hear production techniques in other songs and you're like, oh, I could do that because I know what they did there. And the same way when you learn anything else, you just learn the really niche parts. Niche, I don't remember how to say that. You learn
niche,
the real niche parts. But in terms of resources to get a better grasp for how to actually navigate the software that you use, I gained a lot from a YouTube channel called Musician on a Mission, and is headed up by a dude named Rob Maces. He's a British dude, and he uses Logic Pro, which was nice for me because I could just directly translate it since I used Logic. But he breaks down the most simple things like EQ and compression, reverb, that sort of stuff, even though they're not actually really all that simple. He makes it really attainable and really easy to listen to and to actually kind of apply to your own work. And then he even gets into some of the more complex processes like, parallel compression and side chaining and all sorts of different stuff and different words and vocabulary that you'll probably get there if you decide to go the route of trying to record yourself. Or you could also spend thousands of dollars and go to a studio and get it done that way.
Right. What would you say about the idea of being a professional audio engineer, despite the fact that you, lo and behold, have not gone to college and gotten any degree on that?
If you are going to college for audio engineering or for music in general, personal opinion, I would say stop.
Same with video. I realize as a video guy, I make more right now per year in video than not to turn it into that kind of video, but there are a lot of people that I've met that have gone to video school and they don't even know how to work a camera. And I'm like, what did you do in video school?
Yeah. Like you ask them what the like exposure triangle is and they have no idea how to even change it. And
Arts like this are on you.
Yeah.
Point with me to look cool. You in the audience, it's on you.
yeah, these arts are on you. And if you're depending on a school and a curriculum to give you the ability to get better, then that's not actually going to do anything for you, because like we just said, it's all on time invested into it. All that a school can do is teach you aspects and vocabulary and different methods or techniques, but there's nothing that they can show you that you can't learn yourself on the internet with resources on YouTube and just Google and all sorts of different places, and they're all free. So don't go to school for that.
Great conclusion here. Just three things. If you get a job, and it could be McDonald's, and you're making however much an hour, that's the first thing, okay? Doesn't matter that you're not making much. This applies to anybody watching this. The second thing is learn how to save money and not spend it all. And then the third thing is go to the resources Tanner just shared, which I know, completely changed the whole process for us when we were in 10th grade. As young as we were, we felt ahead of the game. I still believe we were ahead of the game. We just, again, never shared our music with anybody, but we were learning a lot of really valuable things. And I am proud of that, despite the fact that these little productions here are not super great. If you think that this quantifies the value of that year or those years learning these things and putting in this time, it's just, that's not right. Mm-hmm. We wish you the best. From Spondifferous to you, we out.